Now, there was one driver who didn't exactly have the race he was hoping for. But over the years, this four-time Indy 500 winner has learned how to turn the page. And so at tonight's victory celebration, it was all about style for Mr. Castroneves. There's a buzz here at Colts camp having former superstar on the field Reggie Wayne helping out this year's Colts squad, this time in a coaching role, bringing his superstar perspective to the receivers this year. Weather, birds, squirrels, it survived it all. But surely it couldn't stand another game at Assembly Hall, thousands of fans stomping on the hallowed grounds that this savory snack laid claim to. And yet, as I approached the stadium this morning, there it was. Salty as ever. The drive started all the way back there on their own 25-yard line, and they drove it 75 yards, a 2-minute drill executed to its finest. How did it feel to make it happen? Well, I'll let Connor Bazelak tell you. I put you on stage for a talent show. What's your talent? What are you performing?
I'm finna.
Ooh. 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 Okay.
Ooh, something like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can't dance though, so. But it's what I want.
Neither can I, but you just got to go for it, man.
Right, you just got to go for it.
You know, Taiwan performed a rap for us from his brother. We got to get him performing the rap and you doing the dance.
Yeah. I'll be in the background.
Ooh.
Hit the moonwalk or something.
Wow. I mean that's. I don't know how to up that.
Of the week, but just seemed like she was absolutely having a weekend.
Here's a big swing off the bat of Stone. See you later. She does it again. Right on cue. She was big last weekend against Maryland, and the co-Big Ten Player of the Week goes yard again to tie up the ball game. Good evening, everybody. College football is back in the Hoosier State. The last time IU football fans were this hyped for a season, you'd have to dial the clocks back to the late 80s. Plenty to be excited for in 2021 as the Hoosiers enter week one ranked 17th in the country. But things changed mighty quick. It took less than a half for head coach Tom Allen to be left scratching his head thanks to a dominant start from the Iowa Hawkeyes. To Kinnick Stadium we go. There he is, Allen getting his QB fired up. Didn't take long for the mood to sour. The defense started leaking on just the fourth play of the game. Iowa's Tyler Goodson ripping off a 56-yard touchdown. 7-0 Hawkeyes right from the jump. Can the offense respond? Hoosiers wideout DJ Matthews Jr. slips. Riley Moss picks off the pass, brings it to the house. There's your answer. 14-0 Iowa. But the Hawkeyes not done yet. They lead 21-3 under 2 to play in the half. Penix Jr. fires. Again, it's Moss on the interception. He becomes only the second Big Ten player ever with 2 pick sixes in one game. Couldn't have possibly gone any worse for Indiana. Final score 34-6. Hawkeyes. Lots to celebrate for Iowa. Not so much for the Cream and Crimson. Here's Coach Allen postgame on his quarterback play.
He just seemed off, and he's practiced well.
We'll start off with the Indiana women's basketball team. They are on fire now, 3-0, and they're starting to get national attention. They sealed a 79-67 road win over Tennessee, despite complaints over officiating and plenty of noise from the Tennessee faithful. 5 players scored in double digits, with senior forward Mackenzie Holmes and graduate guard Grace Berger picking up double-doubles on the night. The Hoosiers look to take on Bowling Green tonight in Assembly Hall at 7. And speaking of Grace Berger, ever wonder where she perfected her basketball skills on the court? You don't have to look far to see who helped her become one of the best female college basketball players in the country. Our own Audrey Hausberger has the answer. Finally, the NFL's highest-paid quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, makes quite the entrance at Packers training camp. Runs a hand through the hair. It's the slow-motion walk that really does it for me. Love the drama, and wait for this. Just a casual toss of the backpack, throwing that aside. That's what I call walking in with swagger. This video already has nearly 5 million views on Twitter. It's a throwback look to actor Nicolas Cage in the movie Con Air. Say what you want, but the former MVP still rocking it on the field. Keep that mane flowing, Mr. Rodgers. Who's the best dancer on the team? Is it you?
Best dancer on the team is definitely not me, but I will give that to Taiwan though. He's a great dancer.
Taiwan, come over here. We got to get you in on this.
He's a great dancer. Don't let him fool.
All right, Taiwan.
Don't let him fool.
He said best dancer on the team.
Break it out. Break it
I
out.
ain't the best dancer. He capping right now.
Well, he broke out the moves. We got to see something from you.
Show him something.
Ooh! Now give him something to riff off. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, that's got to be two of the best dancers on the team. All right, thanks so much, Cam. Hey, thanks for another feature, Taiwan. We appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you on the field this year. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Back at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but this time at the dirt track. A showcase for the upcoming Driven to Save Lives BC 39, a midget car race created in 2018 in honor of the late Brian Clausen.
Although Brian, never got the opportunity to race here, I know he shines down on us every time we are here. It rains just a little bit to let us know he's here.
Brian was one of the best on the dirt track, but he also spent time in the IndyCar series, racing in 3 Indy 500s alongside some of his favorites, one of whom was in attendance at the showcase.
Tony's legacy here at the Speedway, Brian was such a fan of his, and not just on the racing, but the way he represents the sport. He's an ambassador for the sport.
We've seen him in IndyCar, we've seen him drive stock cars and sports cars, but we have never seen the 2013 Indy 500 winner, Tony Kanaan, on dirt, and it was a totally new experience all across the board.
Very tiring, extremely physical to drive, but a blast. I don't think I've never driven anything that accelerates that quick in my entire life.
A special drive for a special cause. Max Parker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook. Indiana basketball in the spotlight. On a roll, once 1-4 in the Big Ten, battling through adversity, missing 2 starters, to now being second in the Big Ten. But this isn't a story about them. No, this is a story with a twist. A pretzel twist, to be exact, or half of one.
I was actually shocked that something like that was still on the ground. Maybe somebody ran out of cheese.
9 p.m. Saturday night, after one of the biggest wins in recent memory for Hoosier fans, there it was, alone on the cement in the dark of night. You must be thinking, it can't possibly be their Monday morning, but think again. What's this pretzel's secret?
Weather, birds, squirrels, it survived it all. But surely it couldn't stand another game at Assembly Hall, thousands of fans stomping on the hallowed grounds that this savory snack laid claim to. And yet, as I approached the stadium this morning, there it was, salty as ever.
When you knock off the #1 team in the country and then you knock off the 24th ranked team in the country, yeah, I think that pretzel's pretty underrated.
Next time you walk by Assembly Hall, on a stroll, or headed to the big game, stop and say hi to the pretzel. Because after it's made it this far, well, it's the yeast you could do. Max Parker for the Hoosier Network.
No, he limps over and takes a seat on the Spartan bench. That could be huge going down the stretch. He's got 5 made three-pointers. Spartans lead by 13. Kick out to the right corner. Another 3 for Trey Galloway. Again, we were talking about which role player is going to step up in the second half. It's been Galloway. A steal for the Hoosiers. Down the floor, Galloway right again. Gives off down low to Race Thompson. He knocks one down low. A layup off the glass. And a little 5-point mini run for Indiana.
And it happens as soon as Tyson Walker steps off the court. So the Spartans are going to have to find somebody to pick up the offensive slack.
I hardly had a chance to blink before the Hoosiers put up 5 straight points, and they're back under double digits. And now an offensive foul on the Michigan State Spartans. The Hoosiers finally reach in their pocket, have a little bit of momentum. They're down now, again, just 8 points, 47-39, 16:37 to play here in the second half. And with Tyson Walker having to limp off the floor, he's getting attended to right now on the Michigan State bench. The Hoosiers have a little 5-point mini run. They're 3 for their last 3. Now lead pass down low inside the restricted area. Turnaround no good for Jackson Davis. Trying to fight for the rebound, can't get it. Here comes Malik Hall, streaking down the right side of the court. Kick back out to A.J. Hogard on the right arc, guarded by Miller Kopp. Reset up top to Malik Hall. Now over to Jaden Akins. Takes 3 dribbles inside, stumbles a little bit, and then resets to Hauser. Hauser over to Malik Hall, now up to A.J. Hogard, who slows things down a little bit with 16 minutes to play in the second half. Spartans up 8. Now here comes Hogard, all the way downhill on the right block, off the glass, in for 2. 10-point lead for Michigan State over Indiana. Jalen Hood-Schifino and the Hoosiers, can they answer? They get it to the All-American Jackson Davis, and he turns it over. Here comes Malik Hall again down the right side, takes it all the way and slams it home with the right hand. Hello, Michigan State. 51-39. We've got a timeout on the floor. Mike Woodson left with his hands by his side, speechless. I don't think he knows what to do right now, and I don't blame him because this place is bouncing after a monster jam from Malik Hall. And Michigan State coming out of the half with a 6-point lead. They double that in under 5 minutes through this second half. 51-39, Michigan State leading Indiana with 15:42 to play in the second half. We'll take a brief break. You're listening to 99.1 WIUX. It's an exciting one here in East Lansing. Back in a moment for more. Bottom of the second inning, Indiana strikes first in the top of the second with a solo shot from Bree Copeland. Hoosiers going for 12 straight victories, trying to move to 19-9. That would be quite the cap on a non-conference slate before they head into Big Ten Conference play against Maryland next weekend back home in Bloomington. For now, here in Memphis, as the Hoosiers try and put a cap on the Memphis tournament, trying to go undefeated. They start off with a 1-0 advantage over Memphis. And now here in the bottom of the second inning, Macy Montgomery back in the circle. It's Lindsey Hargis to lead off for Memphis. Takes a strike right in the zone. Hargis thought about firing a swing, decides to hold back. Now she starts with an 0-1 count. Hoosiers strike first once again. That means it's time to bring up that Indiana is 15-2 now when they score first. Foul tip back by Hargis. Numbers are on the Indiana's, on the side of the Hoosiers when they score first. 0-2 hole for Lindsey Hargis. Hargis shows bunt, then pulls back. Here's the delivery from Montgomery. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Macy Montgomery. That's number 2. And Macy Montgomery has really been feeling her rhythm and finding her spots right from the jump. 1 down now in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring in Aliana Zavala.
Number 18, Aliana Zavala.
Zavala checks into the box. Yesterday, she went 0 for 2 on the season, .255 batting average. 1 down, first pitch to Zavala, upstairs for a ball. Again, Memphis just kind of continuing to try and figure things out. Again, it's the first season for their head coach, Stephanie Van Brackle though. She spent the last 12 seasons as a pitching coach at Alabama. Really strong school in the SEC. Strike in the zone for Montgomery to Aliana Zavala. 1-1 the count now, with 1 down here in the bottom of the second. If you're trying to build a program, certainly a good place to look, taking a coach away from Bama. And Stephanie Van Brackle-Provo. Another strike in the zone from Montgomery to Zavala. 1-2 the count. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Indiana leading Memphis 1-0. Montgomery gets the call from Warwick behind the plate. The windup and the delivery. A pop-up foul behind the plate here at Tiger Softball Complex. Count will stay 1-2. It's all metal bleachers here behind the plate. They stretch about halfway down the first and third base lines before they are met by the dugouts for both squads. Brick dugouts, capped off with a blue tin roof. The 1-2 sent strong into deep left field and just touching to the left of the foul line. So Aliana Zavala will have to return back to the batter's box with a 1-2 count once more. Hoosiers, the visiting team. They are housed in the third base dugout. Meanwhile, Memphis playing at their home, the Tiger Softball Complex, are set up in the first base dugout. 1-2. 2 straight foul balls. Here's the delivery. Swing and a chop. Bouncing ball over to third. Copeland has it in her glove. The throw to first. 2 down now.